This side-by-side chart reveals a startling contradiction in modern sports. On the left is the grand prize for winning the Indian Premier League, 200 million rupees. On the right is what an average team spends in a single year to operate, over 2 billion rupees. Looking at these numbers, every team is positioned to lose money, yet billionaires and corporations fight fiercely in closed-door bidding wars to own these franchises. If the official championship prize doesn't even cover 10% of a team's annual operating costs, there has to be a different game being played behind the scenes. The IPL operates on a logic that shouldn't work for a traditional sports league, hiding a sophisticated revenue engine beneath the surface of the game. Historically, cricket was a slow game of endurance. 5-day test matches demanded immense patience, which limited how frequently broadcasters could monetize the viewing audience. That commercial limit was tested in 2007. A private broadcasting network, Zee Entertainment, launched the Indian Cricket League, a fast-paced tournament that directly challenged the monopoly held by India's official cricket board, the BCCI. The BCCI reacted by banning any player who joined the private league from official play. But they also realized they needed a competing product they could completely control. Enter Lalit Modi. As vice president of the BCCI, he spearheaded a well-funded counterattack to neutralize the rival league. That project became the Indian Premier League. The creation of the IPL was a calculated, aggressive move to protect a billion-dollar monopoly. The first structural change the IPL made was shifting fan loyalty away from national pride. They engineered city-based emotional loyalty, adopting the ecosystem that makes European football clubs so profitable. Then they took the mundane task of team building and turned it into a live, televised event, the player auction. This radar chart illustrates how franchises operate under strict purse limits during these auctions. Teams deploy data analytics to evaluate player performance against their bidding cost, searching for undervalued talent to build their rosters. To guarantee immediate public interest, the league integrated influential public figures into the ownership structure. Bringing in Bollywood stars like Shah Rukh Khan instantly increased the initial brand valuation of these new city teams. By combining a city-based structure with star-studded televised auctions, the BCCI engineered a dedicated, captive consumer base ready to be monetized. This pie chart identifies the league's lifeblood, broadcasting rights. Networks like Star Sports pay over 160 billion rupees for exclusive control. Broadcasters pay these sums because they charge advertisers 1.5 million rupees for a 10-second slot during matches. The league then adds a secondary revenue engine. They sell title sponsorships to companies like Tata and Vivo and monetize every micro moment of the game, including the branded strategic timeouts. Then comes the masterstroke, a 50-50 central revenue split. This ensures that half of the total broadcast and sponsorship pool goes directly back to the individual franchises. Because of this guaranteed central revenue sharing, plus local ticket sales, every franchise is profitable regardless of their actual performance on the field. Teams purchased for millions are now standalone corporate brands. The Chennai Super Kings, for example, now hold a valuation exceeding 27 billion rupees. Major corporations are taking notice. Entities like LIC are buying equity stakes in these teams, treating them as stable alternative investments. Which brings us back to our initial paradox. If the 200 million rupee prize money is financially minor, why do owners still push their teams to lift this trophy? The real value of winning is in the playoff structure. Reaching the final rounds guarantees extra televised matches, which triggers a surge in ticket sales and provides extended broadcast exposure for a team's sponsors. Winning also cements multi-generational fan loyalty. When a team secures a victory, they lock in an emotional bond that allows the franchise to charge higher premiums for jersey sponsorships and merchandise year after year. That valuation grows when a winning legacy is tied to a global superstar. Players become high-value brand assets that anchor a franchise's global worth. The IPL is a masterclass in modern empire building. It captures the unpredictable drama of sports and houses it within a risk-free financial ecosystem where the owners are positioned to win regardless of the scoreboard.